Good afternoon. My name is Teresa Norwood, and a lot of you know me as Tea Talks with Teresa on Facebook, maybe TikTok, YouTube. Just thought I'd hop on here. I haven't been on here for a while, just to kind of give everybody an update on what I've been doing. Um, First, I just wanted to start off. I wanted to thank everybody for your efforts to help find Jemiah Bratcher. Um, and I also like to ask that everybody respect their privacy, both Jemiah and Jaden. Jemiah is safe. There's no need to worry about her, whether she's safe or what's happening with her. She is with good people, and she's doing what she needs to do to um, be successful in life, just like all of us should be doing. Jaden's also doing the same. He's safe, and they're doing everything they need to do to move forward in life. If you'd like to continue to support them on their journey, that would be wonderful as well. You know, um, but again, just try to respect their privacy. They are safe and getting the support that they need for the moment. And if there's anything that you'd like to do to help support them, feel free to reach out to me. Or if you're in touch with the family, go ahead and reach out to them. But try not to bombard Jemiah or Jaden, in their messages, or if you have their phone number, because they do need time to be able to deal with everything that they've been through. So I'm not going to go too much into detail about all of that. I just wanted to make sure that I brought that up as well, and let y'all know. And I have talked about this a little bit in the past, that I did launch my nonprofit, which is Association for Intellectually Disabled Black, Indigenous, and People Oppressed by Color. Just right now, I'm just kind of finishing up the process to, get our 501c3 status. It's not quite there yet, so I can't raise funds for it. But I am actively, trying to do things to support our mission, and wanted to just kind of let you all know a little bit about that. The name, I guess, probably says pretty much most of what you need to know about it. We're a civil rights and human rights organization. I was actually inspired to finally launch this nonprofit because of Jemiah and Jaden and their situation. And my husband and I have been wanting to do something like this for quite some time. And eventually, we also want to do the same thing for veterans, homeless veterans especially. Um, but right now, the organization that we decided to start with was this one. And the acronym is Aid BIPOC. You may have seen me post about that, or maybe tag it in my hashtags. Um, a lot of people are familiar with the term BIPOC. There's actually an organization on BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, people of color, and people of color. Um, Basically, our organization is to help people that fall, that identify in that community, with intellectual disabilities. And so, so we want to provide support services. And maybe for somebody, missing people that are being trafficked, whether it's any form of human trafficking, including, the bad stuff, the sex trafficking. I don't want to say the word. I don't know if Facebook is sensitive to that. They may be, so I'm not going to say the word. Um, Intellectually disabled people of color that are experiencing hardships. I've talked a lot in my TikTok videos, especially about, kids with autism, for instance, maybe not getting justice in different settings. There's a 17-year-old, I believe he's 6'4", 6'7", I'm not sure, but he was in Florida and he attacked his student aide, which was a horrific event. I understand. But he was immediately transferred and tried, put in the jail system, the adult jail system. And he's pretty high up there on the spectrum. So there's been a lot of talk about that on my TikTok channel. I haven't talked about it in a while. There hasn't really been a whole lot of updates, other than the fact that they're still moving forward with charging him as an adult. So I want to help people like that, kind of navigate their the justice system, the legal defense system, um, homeless prevention, looking for these youth or even adults, that may be out there, being trafficked or that, need to be rescued, that are missing. We'll provide, once we get up and going, we'll be providing help with like search and retrieval efforts, reunification process, helping them get set up with counseling and, basic human needs, right? Help to fight for, human and civil rights. Um, can't get into anything political, but we can definitely advocate for, change in legislation to do better with these processes. There's a lot of talk about, brown and black people that are incarcerated at, astronomical rates compared to people that are not of color, especially our youth. Um, there's a lot that's a whole separate subject that I don't really want to go into right now, but things like that we want to, advocate for that part of the process to improve. Um, I'm going to help educate the communities. We are in the greater Chicago area, but of course, we'll also be helping folks from all over. Um, yeah, so, our goal is to just kind of help people, reintegrate into society after we help them come out of the situation that they're in or get through whatever they're dealing with, whether it's the legal system or, their homeless situation, their trafficking situation, immigration. And there's a whole lot of stuff. So, a little bit about me for those of you that may be newer in getting to know me or following me, because I have a few different pages. Um, I am I'm a bag of all kinds of good stuff. So I am half white, which has its own bag of stuff in there. I have all kinds of races and nationalities that fall into that. White is not just white. But then I'm also indigenous. The other half of me is indigenous. My father lives in Mexico. His parents are Indian and Native American Indian. And so yeah, I have indigenous blood, white blood, and then of course some other stuff that's come over, like from Spain. History. When you go way back into the deep history, there's a lot of other stuff that's in there. But basically, I am indigenous, um, and I am white. My husband and well, we'll start with my husband. My husband he has African roots. His father's side has a lot of Nigerian, and his mother's side has a lot of. He's his mother's father is from Ghana, so yeah, we've got that going on. And so all my kids are, I have 4 kids, and they all have, of course, me. They're indigenous blood and their white blood, and um, their father's blood, which is African in nature. Okay, so we have a whole variety to represent, you know, folks out there that identify as people of color. We all, even my children, we've all experienced different things that society has put in place to, slow us down and progress, and maybe racism or unfair justice, homelessness, just all kinds of stuff. So my son is 12 years old, my youngest son. Anyways, I have, of course, I said 4 children. The other 3 are adults. But my youngest child is 12, and he has autism. He is high functioning. He's very verbal, and he's high functioning. But he's had to deal with a lot of things in society. In the school system, with bullying, all kinds of things that have you know inhibited his ability to be successful just this far in life. They've tried to people have tried to slow down that process, but we are determined to help him and others like him as well. So um, I invite y'all to follow the page. I don't really have a whole lot up on the Aid BIPOC page, but again, it's Association for Intellectually Disabled, Black, Indigenous, and People Oppressed by Color. And hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to do a little bit more on there and, kind of announce some of the programs that we want to start with and launch But I just want to put that out there into the universe. You'll probably see me posting a lot about, in the meantime, posting about like, missing people, missing people of color, and trying to help bring them home. So if anybody wants to help join in with that process, I am starting to look for people that would be wanting to be participants as volunteers. As we get up and going, you can visit our website at aidbipoc.org. That's AIDBIPOC.org. Still kind of updating that site as well, but it is functional in the sense that you can send us a message or, get your name out there for our volunteer wait list. If you maybe have some specialties, or you just have, like it's within you, you're passionate about finding missing people, helping somebody overcome sex trafficking. Maybe somebody's, and they're going through something with the justice system. There's all kinds of stuff going on out in the world. We all know, it's right there on our TV screens. Maybe it's within our family. It's a friend. It's a friend of a friend. It's on social media. Something's happening all the time. So, especially if you're in the, greater Chicago area, I'm especially interested, to talk to you or work with you. If you have something you'd like to, work with me on. So anyways, that's all I'm going to do for now. I've been on here for a little over 10 minutes, and I just wanted to provide that update and, invite y'all to join me on my journey. And again, ask that everybody, continue to pray and, send your well wishes to Jaden and Jemiah, but to respect their privacy and, consider, helping them in some form or fashion. You can always reach out to me again, like I said, if you'd like to. And try not to bombard them with questions and messages and so forth. Remember, they're only 18, okay? And there are some emotional needs that need to be met, some mental health concerns. They've been through quite a bit, and we just need to respect that, okay? Especially if we're adults, we need to not be bombarding them. They are safe, and they're with people that are making sure that their needs are being taken care of, all needs. All right, well, it's been nice talking to y'all, and I will be talking to you again soon. See you later.